This was a good hire by the Baltimore Ravens to bring in Jesse Minter to be the next head coach in Baltimore. Now, I know some Ravens fans out there are probably still upset a little bit about moving away from John Harbaugh. Spent 18 years with the franchise, had a lot of success, former Super Bowl champion. But at the end of the day, it was time for the Ravens and John Harbaugh to just split up and go their separate ways because it wasn't enough in Baltimore anymore. So you bring in Jesse Minter. I think Jesse Minter is what the Baltimore Ravens need: a hard-nosed, defensive-minded guy to lead them to the promised land. Because what has been the blueprint since the Ravens have been a franchise since '96? It's been being a hard-nosed, physical, defensive team first. You look at them Hall of Famers that used to play there: Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs. It was always led defense first. And they need a defensive guy in Baltimore, a hard-nosed guy. And yeah, there could be the argument, why didn't you guys get an offensive guy for Lamar Jackson? Lamar don't need a flashy offensive guru like a Sean McVay, a Kyle Shanahan by his side in Baltimore. Like, this man is a two-time MVP. I shouldn't say generation. Really, realistically, one of the best players overall in the National Football League. So I don't think he really needed that. Jesse Minter is what the Ravens needed. And he's one of the best defensive minds in football today. If you guys look at his work that he did with the Los Angeles Chargers over the last 2 years, he really turned around that defense tremendously. Because if you guys remember, Brandon Staley, former head coach in LA, he did a horrific job as a head coach in the defense. For him being a defensive-minded guy, that defense just plateaued into the ground. But Jesse Minter, this year with the Los Angeles Chargers defense, they were top 10 in the league, only surrendered 19 points per game. They got a lot of sacks, a lot of turnovers. And I would honestly not be surprised if he's the play caller on the defensive side of the ball for the Baltimore Ravens heading into next NFL season, because he did one hell of a job with the Chargers. I wouldn't want to mess that up, and he could possibly be the play caller for the Ravens. So I wouldn't be surprised. But you look at this Ravens team, on the defensive side of the ball, they need to be touched up, because I think Zach Orr did not do a good job with this defense. They started off slow again for the second year in a row under Zach Orr, and he's not going to be there anymore. But there's still pieces on the defensive side of the ball. Like, I look at our Roquan Smith. I think he's regressed a little bit. Not the caliber player that he was in Chicago or 2-3 years ago, but he's still one hell of a linebacker in the league. Nate Wiggins, their best corner. He's really young and talented. I like him a lot. Marlon Humphrey is clearly regressed a little bit. They could possibly move off of him this offseason, cutting him or trading him. I think Jesse Minter might want to use him in the secondary. So let's count Marlon Humphrey being there. You still got Kyle Hamilton, the best safety in the National Football League. Very versatile player. You can line him up as a safety and linebacker, let him play coverage.